Hey, what's good? Don't trip, fam. Hangover gang. Dubs over L's all day, every day. Woo. So we got a little something different today. You know, I don't usually do these type of videos, but I figured for this particular artist, I had to. For this particular person, I had to. Because we're about to get into the Tom Macdonald, Adam Calhoun features and shit, and their album, The Brave. And I do this with everybody, especially artists that I'm getting into for the first time. Kind of how the Hog fam, when they come across a reactor reacting to Tom, they kind of vet you. They kind of gauge you. Like, is this guy for real? Is this reactor really? Does he really fuck with Tom? Does he really fuck with this artist? Or is he just doing it for clout? Is he just clout chasing and trying to come up off Tom? When he breaks down the lyrics, when he hears the music, is it all just acting? Is it all just pretense? Or is it for real? He really gets the message and shit. And this is something that I've personally dealt with. I've literally had some of the subs in the comment section tell me, like, hey, I've been watching your videos for a while now, but I just didn't sub yet because I wanted to be 100% sure that you really fuck with Tom type shit, And I get that. I understand it. It's not even like I'm a trip about it, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna feel no type of way that, oh, you watch my videos, you ain't sub. It's just like, bro, to each his own. You do your thing. When you feel comfortable enough, or you feel like I'm real enough for you to sub to, go sub. If you feel like I'm fake, it is what it is, No hard feelings. So even with me, it's the same way. When I pull up on a new artist, like with Tom, I really had it, like, I did Scars. That was the first Tom track I did because it had just dropped. So I hopped on him. But before that, I did my research on Tom just a little bit to see what he about. I did Scars. I think I did Fake Woke and The System, just to kind of like test the water, see what Tom's really about. Then I went on a whole YouTube spree to compare to other reactors and what other people were saying about Tom and actually verify with analytics. After that, it was easy. Tom's really that nigga. He's really about that life, and I committed. 80 tracks later, I'm almost at the end of his whole catalog, because I put in the work. I took the time to research. So I do my research. The Mad Child features, I did my research on it just to make sure. But Mad Child is somebody I knew even way before Tom. I knew Mad Child first from the battle scene, like rap battles, because he battled Daylight at some point on KOTD. So for Mad Child, it was very easy. I didn't have to do a video like this breaking down who Mad Child is. I already had some history with him, so I just went straight to it. With Brandon Hart, same thing. I did a little research on him, make sure he's straight before I actually did a track on him, because I'm not finna sit up here and put in hella energy and hella time reacting to somebody for clout, just to find out later on that they fake, they a fraud, they just talking about shit they don't really fuck with just because it's poppy or trendy, or a lot of people fuck with that type of music to get a bag. That shit happens a lot, more often than you would think. We just don't see it a lot, but it happens where people do that. They gather a large following, they talking about all these sensitive topics, they touching on all these things, but they're not really about it. They just want the money, and they get exposed for it, like a shepherd leading the sheep, but he fake with it type shit, So imagine I did all these Tom tracks, all these Tom reactions, and tomorrow I wake up and find out that Tom is a fraud type shit. It's a bad look on me, bro, because I staked this shit on my name. Luke Don't Trip, my reputation. Like, I stake these reactions, the comments I make, everything that I say in these videos, I'll put that on my name. Luke Don't Trip. That has to mean something. When somebody types in Luke Don't Trip on YouTube or they come across my videos, I want them to get the real. I don't want them pulling up with no fake shit. I try my best. I'm not perfect, but I try my best to make sure that I stand by my name and there's integrity behind that, So with Adam, I did the same thing. And now I'm going to get into the real reason why I made this video with Adam. So when I was doing my research into Adam Calhoun, I came across a couple things that were kind of like red flags for me. It was like, You know, just a couple things that stood out to me off the bat, and I was like, huh, you know, before I even jump into his features with Tom, I just gotta make sure this motherfucker's straight, everything with him is good, and I know the whole story. And I figured I'd do a video on it just to kind of explain how I did that and all that, and do it with you guys and maybe hear what you guys have to say about that and just get the whole picture before I actually make or say anything solid about him, like, oh, he's this nigga, oh, he's fake, blah blah blah. Before I even get into any of that shit, I want to make sure I get the whole picture and everything's cleared out, and I'm gonna get into the Tom Macdonald Adam features or not. So with Adam, it's like I found out that him and Tom actually were not really on good terms. Not even because of Tom, but it's just like Adam didn't fuck with Tom, and he said that, you know, both subliminally and literally, as you will see in this interview, which I'm sure a lot of y'all already seen. But it's just like I came across it. I only saw like a little clip of it where he was talking about Tom, but I figured I'd do the whole thing. Also, just so I know who Adam really is. You know, because a lot with these artists, when you react to them, you're not just reacting because it sounds dope. You really want to understand who this person really is. Where do they come from? Why do they rap about what they rap about? Why do they say the things they say? Are they really about their life, or is it just because it's trendy type shit? Because I really want to fuck with these guys. You know, if somebody makes dope music, you want to fuck with that artist, that person, on a level further than just the music. Like, oh, I really fuck with this guy. I might even follow him on Instagram or check out his other shit outside the music type shit. You know, you kind of want that. But with Adam, it's like, I really need to know who this nigga really is and understand who he is as a person and see if I fuck with him. Because if I don't fuck with him, I'm not going to do the music. It's that easy. I'll just skip the whole Tom features in the album and just move on to Tom and do some different shit, you know, because I'm not finna be no fraud, no fake nigga and be like, oh, everybody fucks with Adam, so I'm gonna fuck with him too. Fuck that shit, bro. I'm gonna gauge you on my standards. I'm gonna put you on a scale and weigh you and figure out if you really about that shit. So with that said, let's get straight to it. Adam Calhoun on Tom Macdonald, independent rappers, Chicago rap scene. He's on SimbaTv, so let's get straight to it, see what he's talking about.
The more that I'm reading, the more I get fed up. I'm working till I'm on a whole nother level. They lurking, I'm humble, but I'll never settle. I'm certain they hate on my name if I let them. My flow is as sharp as stilettos. Bars hitting harder than shots at the fiddle. My demons retarded like they wanna play, but I'm hot like Montana, so pray for the devil. It's me! It's me! It's me! No, it's me! It's me!
This motherfucker, Adam, he looks like Immaculate from the rap battle scene. They look alike, like hella.
It's me! It's me! No, it's me! It's me! You gotta do the bang now. Bang! Oh man, what is good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Simba coming back here with another video for you guys today. As you can see, I got my good friend Adam Calhoun. We just wanted to bring you guys this video and just have an open, honest discussion. We're fresh off the stage, pretty much.
We had a big show last night. My voice is kind of gone. I drank for the first time in 3 years. I shook up a beer, cracked open, crushed it against Simba beer. And then I continued to drink all the beer. And that's it. I'm going back to more drinking. It was a one-time thing. I had a great time. It was a good show. Lots of people came. Thank you so much for coming and showing Simba and Artie Kick so much love. I had fun.
Dude, I had so much fun. Like I was walking around there stumbling. Like
I hate doing shows. I literally hate it. But that one, I'll remember that one. That was fun for me. It was fun for the people that were there. I think it's because everyone's been cooped up for so long, and they got to get out. And I got into the crowd after the show was over, and it was just.
It was a madhouse, man. It was a madhouse.
Before the show started, I was very, very nervous. I always am. But yeah, after we got going, it was amazing.
Piece of cake. So, what made you want to drink on stage? Was it just like the energy?
Yep. I want to hear it. Because he out here talking about, oh, I just broke 3 years sobriety on stage because it was lit or whatever. You know? And I didn't want to jump to no conclusions and say nothing. I was like, hey, maybe he explains that shit down the line. And I guess I ain't even have to wait that long. He about to explain that shit, so let's hear it.
It was amazing.
Piece of cake. So what made you want to drink on stage? Was it just like the energy?
I seen everybody there all going crazy when I said, oh, who's all drinking tonight? Like, every single person had. And I'm like, you know what? This is a good time. I said, I'm going to crack open one beer and for you guys. And then, you can't just crack open.
Come on, man. Come on, man. 100 beers on tab? Yeah, you had to crack.
Yeah, the tab. I even had a tab for people who I was buying. It was,
it was great.
So, I don't know, it's that for me is already a red flag. You break a 3-year sobriety just because you had a little moment, everybody was drinking type shit. It was just the vibe, it was just the mood, and so you hopped on that train, you just hopped on that bandwagon and did it, and it's like, oh, now I'm going back to no more drinking. It's like, I don't think it works that way, and I'm gonna be as critical, as cutthroat, and as I can be with this, because for independent artists, you're kind of held to a different standard. And not just being independent, talking about the things Adam, Tom, all the Church, Brandon, all these rappers talk about, the woke type shit, these sensitive ass topics, the things they talk about, what they stand for, we have to hold them to a different standard, because it's not like you can't get no free pass out here talking about the things you talk about, And the reason for that is you're like a leader, a pillar in your community. You have a following that follows you, that listens to you. And those people, we already know they going through some shit, and they come to you because of your message, because of what you stand for. And the whole alcohol thing, we know it's a lot of addicts out here. It's a lot of people who struggle with this shit. So for you to be like a leader, a pillar in your community, a voice, to have that platform and go do some shit like that, break sobriety that easily, and it's like your fans are watching. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's right, because at the end of the day, it's a responsibility thing. You as an artist, you have a responsibility. You can't separate the artist from the music at this kind of stage. You can't. The artist and the music have to match. If you're gonna talk about it in the music, you best live it out there. You better keep it 10 toes deep. But I'm not getting that from Adam, I'm getting a different type of vibe. So that's a red flag for me already. Responsibility.
I'm glad you guys got to experience that shit.
Oh, me too, man. Thank you for inviting me. Like, it was just, it's something that I will always remember, man. Like, those memories, like having those conversations with Scat and, Art, man, and just you and I don't know, the energy, man. It was like a different monster. Like, it sucked you in for sure, but it was great. It was great, man. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about, your outlook on the landscape of hip-hop right now. Like, what do you think is good and bad of hip-hop right now? Like, is there any artists you're messing with or anything of that nature?
Well, I mean, it's
this whole interview's like they're fresh off a stage. They're fresh off a stage. They've been drinking. They were going crazy with it and shit. So I don't know. I don't know if I should really take this interview really seriously. I mean, I will, but a part of me is like, you guys just got off a show. You was drinking. I don't think you're there right now. I don't think you have all your faculties together. So it's like, I don't know, man, but at the same time, it's like, hey, y'all decided to do the interview, so we gotta, gotta take it as it is. So, shish.
Right now, like, is there any you think is good and bad of hip hop right now? Like, is there any artists you're messing with or anything of that nature?
Well, I mean, so you gotta understand, I grew up actually listening to when there was it was hip hop, and it was like hip hop, and then there was rap.
Yeah.
I feel like hip hop was like the backpack rappers, and like Talib Kweli, a lot of these people you're not gonna know. Even Kanye back in the day, Common. But I don't feel like, as far as hip hop, like Nas was saying, he's got a song about hip hop is dead and stuff like that from back in the day. Nas would be another hip hop dude. But I think hip hop has kind of gone away.
Yeah.
It's rap.
Yeah,
like
it's faded out. Yeah.
There's some gangster ass.
These type of questions, when you ask somebody who's like in the music business, especially somebody as old as Adam, who's been in the game for a minute, or who's been alive long enough to actually see that Tupac, Biggie era come and go, See its effects on the game, see Nas, Jay-Z come up, all that shit, and still be alive today. You know, when you ask somebody that type of question, it's like it's a certain type of answer you're kind of expecting or looking for. You know, because you know, like, this motherfucker has been here for a minute. You know, you expect a certain type of answer, and the answer I just got from him is like, it's an answer, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, you could do better, man. Like, you have a platform, you make music, you're an artist, you stand for something. Like, that's not the type of answer I expect from somebody like that or somebody in his position, you know. So it's kind of disappointing on my part. I'm low key disappointed with that answer, but it's like, it's whatever, man.
Gone away. Yeah. It's rap.
Yeah,
like,
it's faded out. Yeah,
there's some gangster ass rap, trap rap. Just a lot of these dudes who can't rap that are just rapping because it sounds cool. It does. There's a lot of these new songs. I'm like, damn, this shit sounds gangster as hell, but they ain't saying shit.
Yep.
Come on, man. Come on.
The state of rap right now, I mean, I feel like is the biggest genre in music. I mean, everybody listens to rap. I mean, you got kids from the middle of nowhere, cornfields, in their Chevy pickup trucks, banging rap songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They also listen to country.
Yep.
But you got kids you never would expect to be listening to rap, just with subs banging that shit.
Yeah,
so
true.
Rap is alive and very well. There's a lot of garbage in it.
When you talk about rappers, man,
you know, I'll give him that, because like the rap scene, a lot of people listen to rap, even people you wouldn't expect. So I'm gonna give him that. You know, that part is kind of like I kind of agree with you on that. You know, rap's all over. All types of people listen to rap. You know, so yeah.
It's alive and very well. There's a lot of garbage in it.
When you talk about rappers, man, do any rappers come to mind that you're like, damn, like I fucked, or like I mess with that person's music, like I would love to do a track, you know, maybe independently or on a major label, like, because you said that, you know, all the rappers that you wanted on, you know, your album had died this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the rappers, all the dope rappers, I feel like the biggest rap, like you lost Nipsey, Pac, Biggie, and there's many more. I mean, you got even Down South, Soulja Slim, and it just keeps going. But the people that I wanted on my album this year that died this year.
Like, hold up, bro. How'd you end up talking about Pac and Biggie, Nipsey, and all that shit, bro? That's not the question he asked you, you know? He asked you this year, what rappers have died that you wanted on your album, bro? He's not asking you about your wish list type thing. You know, every rapper's got that wish list. Like, oh shit, I wish I could have done a track with Tupac, Biggie, and sometimes I'll end up sampling these songs to kind of get close to the fact that I did a song with this nigga, or I took his song and sampled it, or I sampled this guy's music and his songs, and I did a track on it. This is as close as you can get these days, especially with them being dead. But it's like, that's not the question. Hopefully he answers the question now, because it's like, let's get to it, bro. And that's why I said it, like, these guys are fresh off a show, so I don't really know if they're, like, in that bag for this type of interview, you know, or they just did it off the fly, like, oh, let's do an interview. But it's whatever, man. We'll take it.
But the people that I wanted on my album this year that died this year or 2020 was Pop Smoke and King Von from Chicago. You know, when I was...
R.I.P. Pop Smoke, R.I.P. King Von, real niggas, legends. They held it down for their community. They did their thing. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Just thinking about how many people we done lost. Legends, Triple XXXTentacion, bro. Like, we've lost Juice WRLD. Come on, man. Come on. The list goes on and on. R.I.P. to all of them.
Smoke and King Von from Chicago. You know, when I was a kid, his age actually, I would go up to Chicago to rap. I'm about 25 miles south of Chicago. So, you know, I'm a white boy, you know what I'm saying? So you got to go into the hood and you got to rap, you got to freestyle. You're battle rapping and literally on the street corners, currency exchanges. Yeah. They bring out monitors and mics and you know, I was sneaking into clubs with my buddy Chuck, and we were getting in there and doing rap battles, open mics and all that. And we're the only white boys in miles. I mean, you wouldn't walk foot in that fucking... These places that we were at, like Inglewood, the west side of Chicago. I mean, you just couldn't walk there, but they knew what we were there for. We weren't on no bullshit. Yeah. And we had to earn our stripes, you know. And it's not like that nowadays. Now you just got these dudes coming out. They got the internet, so they just get on. And they get...
Yo, that's true. You know, especially like being white back in the day, you really had to earn your stripes. You really had to prove, you know, like your medal to actually make it in the game. You know, so shouts out to him for that. You know, and I'm not trying to shit on his career or him as a person. It's just like, you know, he did his thing back in the day. He earned his stripes. You know, and he made a career for himself. You know, and it's these days it's super easy to blow up, you know, not as easy as it was back then, so shouts out to him, you know, let's get it.
The internet, but they actually don't know shit about hip-hop, rap, or the culture, and didn't do shit in the culture, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, most definitely.
That was 20 fucking years ago, you know, and I'm just now getting on because, of course, I have a social media platform, and I was able to use it. When I started rapping, people were like, dude, you rap? Like, you just started rapping and you can rap? I'm like, I mean... I ain't the greatest rapper, but I started rapping when I was a kid out of love and passion. And then I took it serious, and you know, then Taman came, and you know, I was an absent father for a few years, chasing my dreams, and we were shopped to all the labels, and that didn't work out so well, and I just gave it up. You know.
Yeah. That's a dope ass story to hear, man. And keeping with the rap and the rappers, man. How do you feel about the climate of the rappers right now? Because a lot of rappers use, you know, topics in their songs now.
Like, well, if you want, so I can only really speak on independent because I'm independent.
You know that question, like rappers use topics in their songs now. I feel like rappers have always had topics in their music, but I get what he's trying to say. You know, I get what he's trying to say. He said it in a like vaguely, like just general. Like they use topics, you know, like a hint, so he knows what he's talking about. But it's like, for anybody who wouldn't know that off the rip, it's like, what do you mean topics? So what the fuck have rappers been doing for so long type shit, you know? But we know what he's talking about. So let's get into it.
Well, if you want, so I can only really speak on independent because I'm independent, you know, like fully independent. There's nobody taking chunks of my money out of my, you know, streaming or anything, out of my music catalog, period. You know, you got some of these guys who claim they're independent, but they got people digging in their pockets hard, you know what I'm saying?
That's good. I like how he said, I can only speak on independent artists. That right there is like, okay, because you can't be speaking on shit you do not know about. You know, and that's why a lot of times when people get asked questions in interviews, they give these half-ass answers or these empty-ass answers, or they give you a very good answer because you can only speak on shit that you know about. And when somebody asks you a particular type of question, then we figure out exactly what you know, because when you answer it, we hear the answer and we're like, yeah, this motherfucker don't really know shit, huh? But it's whatever. But he said it. I can only speak on independent artists because he's an independent artist. Is in that bag, so he can speak on it, you know. And when he speaks on it, we be like, yeah. It's some truth to that. You feel me? So let's see what else he says.
But they got people digging in their pockets hard. You know what I'm saying? So excuse my voice. Also, I sound like a fucking wrecked ass. Fucking. But yeah. So what you have now is you got these rappers that, you know, like rap about MAGA. Yeah. Like, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not really, though. To me, it's whack as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about these subjects on videos because I don't just, you know, obviously you guys know, I don't just make music. I got bigger by saying my opinions on things. So I'll make videos about this. But once you start rapping about topics like coronavirus or cancer, I mean, that's just, it's whatever's clicky or trending or depression, and you know what I mean? Like, I have rapped about these things that I really go through on a daily basis. I take medication for, or, you know, I did The Patriot, that's about America. But if you look at my whole catalog, I have like 4 songs that are real as fuck, and they had to be done, like racism. And that wasn't for,
I don't know. I just feel like this motherfucker's got hella insecurities. You could tell, like, he's got hella insecurities, or he's got some shit going on. Because I'm gonna run that back. I want to hear it again. I want y'all to hear it again, just so we get this shit straight.
First clicky or You guys know I don't just make music. I got bigger by saying my opinions on things. So I'll make videos about this. But once you start rapping about topics like coronavirus or cancer, I mean, that's just, it's whatever's clicky or trending or depression. And you know what I mean? Like, I have rapped about these things that I really go through.
And you know, I don't get that, because how can you say talking about MAGA, whatever? It's whack as you think it's whack as fuck. So that's personal. It's a personal opinion on it. Like, it's whack as fuck. Or talking about like coronavirus, cancer, or drug addictions, withdrawals, that type of thing. It's like corny or whatever. It's clickbaity, and you don't fuck with it. Blah blah blah. But then you go to say like, oh, but I've talked about these subjects. It's like, bro. First off, I'm not gonna mention any names just yet, because it's all subliminal right now. It's all in the air. He hasn't mentioned any names, so I'm not gonna be out here saying, "Oh, he's talking about this guy." I'm not gonna do that until he says it, or until he's asked a question with a particular name in it. But we already know, at the back of our minds, we know who he's talking about, because who else has done a song on the coronavirus, on cancer, on withdrawals, and on MAGA? Who? But at the same time, you have to ask yourself a question. He was asked, Simba asked him, hey, what do you think about the climate, blah, 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 because rappers have topics in their music these days. Now, him being an artist and being in the culture for so long, as he said, you know, battling on corners, earning his stripes and all that shit, it's like, you would think he would understand that music, especially when he talked about, oh, there's a lot of garbage in the music now. It's like, you would think he understands that music, the culture, it's much bigger than that. You know, it's about the people. It's about making music from your own life experiences that you can share with the people to help the people, because you understand the system. But with him, I'm getting that he doesn't get any of that. Like, he doesn't understand none of that shit. You know, he's just out here speaking his opinion on things and putting him in rap form. That's what I'm getting. It's not that he really stands on it and wants to bring a change. He's not about change. Nah, he's just speaking on his life experiences and his opinion on things, and sometimes those things get turned into music. That's what I'm getting, which I don't really fuck with, because you are talking about issues like you said, racism, but at the same time, it's like, if somebody raps on coronavirus, cancer, and all these things, why would you immediately think it's clickbaity? Go do your fucking research. Look into it. Figure out exactly why. Go hear the song. Hear the lyrics. Like, is this clickbaity, or is he actually, are these bars actually backed by facts? If that's not enough to, like, you know, make a decision on whether it's clickbaity or not, look at the nigga's past work. Look at his life. Do research on somebody or people before you actually say shit like that. Because you're an artist in the same space, so you saying some shit like that while doing the same shit is kind of just like mad weird and snaky and fake type shit, you know? It just comes off as weird, like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, excuse me, bro? You're in the same space as these niggas. I get it. Sometimes you might not want to trust the next guy, even if you are in the same space, because you don't really know that nigga. But at the same time, it's like, you gotta move different. You can't just be out here saying, oh, people who rap about this shit, I think it's clickbaity. Go do your research, nigga. Don't be saying no dumb shit like that, you know? I don't expect that from people in that space and people who have a following and talk about that type of shit, you know? How you gonna say that shit? Like, him just saying that, oh, I talk about these. It's like, bro, let's keep it going.
Cancer, I mean, that's just, it's whatever's clicky or trending or depression, and you know.
And what's clicky, what's trending, you know, at the same time, it's like, you have a platform, bro. So if you know that cancer is trending for some reason, or it's a lot of cancer patients dying, or it's a lot of cancer shit on the news, blah, 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 you as an artist use your platform, because you know it might sound that you are trying to use clickbait or whatever, blah, 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 or you're trying to just do what's trending, but at the same time, it's an audience, it's a community out there that's hurting, loved ones that have lost people from cancer or whatever, or treatment. or people who've gone through it, whatever it may be, and you need to speak on those things. Not just speak on them, but speak on them in a way that resonates with the people, so they know, hey, there's somebody out there who gets what I'm going through, and that's what music is. It's low key therapy. It's not just about the artist; it's about the people, and it's about therapy. You know. But him just saying what's trendy, click, it's like, bro, then what the fuck do you talk about? Like, do you just talk about random shit all the fucking time? Like, you have to really be in tune with what's going on out there and speak on it. That's really how you bring change. You just can't be out here talking about random shit because that's what you think you should talk about at that moment. But again, it's like, bro, I'm not finna tell you how to do your thing, handle your shit how you handle it. But for me, that's just mad weird and low key. It's like, I can't fuck with you though. You know, it's like I can't fuck with you.
Answer. I mean, that's just, it's whatever's clicky or trending or depression, and you know what I mean. Like, I have rapped about these things that I really go through on a daily basis. I take medication for, or you know, I did the Patriot. That's about America. But if you look at my whole catalog, I have like 4 songs that are real as fuck, and they had to be done, like racism.
Yep.
And had to be done. You know, bro, it's like, who verified you? You're an independent artist. You already established that. So who verified you? Who's literally backing you and he's like, yo, this guy's really bought this life. His music is 100%. Because all we're getting is you vouching for your own music, which at the end of the day, a lot of people do. So it's like, how can we trust you? You're telling us low key not to trust these other niggas. So how can we trust that your music is better and you're not just rapping about these things because they're clickbaity or trending? Like, how can we believe that you don't do that same shit type shit? You know, because you don't have anybody standing behind you, verifying you and giving you a green light or like co-signing you and shit. You don't have that. You're independent. It's just you who has to vouch for your own music, and it's like, this shit makes no fucking sense, bro. Like, really? I don't expect this type of shit from niggas in this space, bro. Like, niggas need to be more better at this type of shit, you know? It's a certain type of maturity and responsibility and awareness that you should have when you're in this space, because of the things you talk about. But at the same time, you just have people who went through a bunch of shit back in the day, and now they speak on it, and because they speak on those things, they have a following type shit. It's not really like people who've, you know, grown in that shit type shit, if you get what I mean. But let's get it.
And they had to be done, like racism.
Yep.
And that wasn't for views, obviously. I mean, people were like, do not put that out, do not put that out. You're saying the N-word, don't put that out. You know, that's going to ruin your career, what you're doing. And I'm not the dude who's going to act like I'm doing something, oh man, like, yeah, I'm so edgy, trendy. Yeah. But then bleep out the swears or not go there. I went all the way there with that song. Yeah. And
full send.
Nobody.
You know, I've heard that song, Racism, and he does say the N-word multiple times. And it's like, I could give 2 fucks about a white person saying the N-word, bro. Whether it's the hard ER or the soft A, you know, I could give 2 fucks about it, bro. That shit has no power over me. I do not care. You know, it's like, bro, do your thing, bro. Like, you know, even if you use it against me, it's like, it's not really gonna get to me. And a lot of niggas in the streets, a lot of people in the streets, a lot of people out here in the culture who are really, like, understanding and really know this shit, white, black, brown, whatever you are, they don't really care about that shit, bro. It's like, hey, we get it, we understand what it is, we know what you're doing and why you said it in that music, not because you're trying to prove a point or that you can say it, but it just fit with the aesthetic or the message in that song, so you said it. And a lot of times, like, you get a pass for that, but it comes down to responsibility. You can always censor it and have an uncensored version out somewhere type shit, you know? But responsibility. You are a white independent artist. You have no backing from nobody type shit. It's just you on whatever team you have, you know? The fam or whatever. And you have a following. So heavy is the crown type shit. If you as a white independent artist say the N-word, a lot of us are not going to care. We could give 2 fucks about that shit. But your audience, the bigger audience, people who going to watch your videos now, later on, for times to come, the white audience, and they see a white artist that they look up to and fuck to saying the N-word and he gets away with it. These people look up to you, bro. Like, people really idolize artists. You know, they take this shit a little too religiously sometimes. And what if some people in the white community who fuck with you go like, oh, he said the N-word and got away with it, so it's cool if you use it as long as you're not like white supremacist type shit, as long as you fuck with the culture type shit, you can get away with it, and they start using that shit. They might not get away with it, bro. You have a responsibility. Censor that shit. I get what you're trying to do. Censor it because it's bigger than you. I said it's bigger than the artist because of what you're talking about. Racism. Racism is like on a global scale. Like it affects everybody. So a lot of people are gonna hear that song, bro. And you're independent. You have to think about the venues you're gonna perform at, the shows, the artists at all these streaming services. You know, you might not be able to get canceled by like the industry because you're not in it, but these other things might cancel you because they don't want to be associated with that, and that's just hurting you in the long run. But do your own thing, man. Like you know, like you have to be careful with these things, bro. It's not just about, oh, I can say whatever the fuck I want, I don't give a fuck type shit. Yeah, it is, but bro, you already know how the system is. You already know the world we live in, bro. Like, come on now, you can't be that reckless.
Go there. I went all the way there with that song.
Yeah.
And
the full set.
And it's all respect, bro. I'm glad you went all the way there to paint that picture and tell that story. I fuck with that song, you know, the message in it. You know, it's like I see what you're doing, boy. You're doing your thing.
You can take that away from me, and it hurt my career in certain aspects as far as certain people I didn't get the opportunity to work with because of that song or my views on life. I can't Google, YouTube, Facebook. Facebook deleted my whole big account. You know, YouTube, I can't run ads behind videos like some of these rappers do. You're going to do who puts a trending topic out, bleeps all the swears out, puts 10 stacks behind it, targets everyone, and you guys don't know this shit.
But it's because you have a younger audience as well. So when you put music with like hella swears or whatever, you have to blow that shit out because you have a younger audience as well, and you don't want them growing up on that shit. You feel me? You don't want that. You have to think about the audience. Don't just be out here like trying to blacklist people who do that, trying to expose them for some type of scheme, like some money, some get rich scheme type shit. You know, it's not that, bro. Like I do not expect these type of answers from an independent artist. For me, this type of shit is just like, it's mad weird, bro. Hearing somebody say this type of shit, being in the space that they are, it's just mad weird.
Swears out, puts 10 stacks behind it, targets everyone, and you guys don't know this shit. Targets, you know, similar people's audiences like mine in churches, and then bang, they get...
What do you mean mine in churches, bro? Like, what's up with all this? Like, I feel like he's taking this shit a little too personally. Like I said, he's striking me as somebody who's got hella insecurities and some personal shit he needs to sort out because me and church's audience, like, y'all are the only two independent artists who talk about this shit. Come on now, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ain't no need for that, bro. Like, that's just some childish ass shit right here. Like, come on, man. You can do better.
Million views in 24 hours, and people like, yeah, this is...
The only reason I know about Adam is because of Tom. I would have never known about Adam if it wasn't for Tom. So it's like, what do you mean my followers or my audience in churches, bro? And a lot of people who know Adam probably know him from Tom. And so it's like, bro, come on, bro. Stop it.
Bang, they get 1 million views in 24 hours, and people like, yeah, this is... You don't even know what the fuck's going on, you know? And they're acting like they're about the shit they're talking about. Like, bro, you don't know what canceled is. Like, I've legit been canceled and banned and boycotted in states and venues and, you know what I'm saying, deleted off.
But why, bro? Why have you been canceled? You can't just say, I've been canceled. Why have you been canceled? You know? Yeah, cancel culture is a fucking virus, you know? But at the same time, it's like, why were you canceled? Tell us exactly why you were canceled. Okay, fuck cancel culture, yeah. But why were you canceled? Oh, you did this? Now we have to think about it. We have to scrutinize it and be like, okay, put it under a microscope. You did this? You said this? Okay. I see why you was canceled, you know? But don't be trying to put niggas on blast for doing what they do. Oh, they target an audience. Bro, bro, this music is made specifically for a certain type of audience. So of course I'm gonna tailor everything to target that audience so it gets to the people that music is intended for. I'm not just gonna make it general and put it out there. No, I'm targeting a specific audience. That's why these songs have topics, as they said. So I don't really get all this other shit.
and banned and boycotted in states and venues and, you know what I'm saying, deleted off social media. And you guys, it's cute to play like you're the victim and all that shit and you know what you're talking about, but I'm not gonna say there's a lot of fake motherfuckers in this shit, you know, and that's
say some names, bro. Say some names. Like, don't make it vague. Don't make it general. Say some names. I want to hear you say some names. Don't be a bitch ass nigga and hide behind subliminals. Say some names. If you really think they fake and you really stand on that shit, okay, you really bought that life. All these other niggas ain't bought that life. I'm about that life. Say some fucking names, nigga, and stand on it. Don't hide behind no sublims. We don't do that out here, bro. Say they fucking names. I want to hear a name.
I'm not gonna say there's a lot of fake motherfuckers in this shit, you know, and that's a fact. I know a lot.
I mean, it's true. There is a lot of fake niggas who just do this shit for clout chasing. It is. I'm not gonna say it's not. It is. It's a lot of motherfuckers just out here doing this shit, trendy, clicky topics, just for the views because they know they're gonna get views. It's true. It's true. Both sides of it is true. So it's not like it's not. It's not like he's completely lying. It is some truth to that. You know, it is.
Dudes, I've been around a lot of these dudes, and there's more fake ones than real ones, and it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad that you all fall for it.
You always do, like, you know, questions and the answer thing on, you know, Instagram and stuff like that. You always connect them with, you know, the fans and stuff. And people ask you all the time, would you do a song with Tom Macdonald? Would you?
I mean, look.
That reaction, that's like disgust, contempt type shit. Somewhere in the mix of a little bit of both. You know, where you just hate somebody, you just don't fuck with somebody. Like, you heard that shit, right? I'm gonna run it back so we hear that shit one more time.
And stuff, and people ask you all the time, would you do a song with Tom Macdonald? Would you?
I mean, look. Tom is a good rapper. I'm not gonna hate on what he's doing. I see what he's doing, obviously. I mean, it's not hard to see what he's doing. If he ever wanted to do a song that was just a straight, just rap song.
No, bro. Like, listen. I see what he's doing. He's a good rapper. Now you're being careful with your words because there's a name on the table. You know, before there was a name, yeah, it's a lot of fake people. It's a lot of people who are not about this shit. Keep that same energy. You've been given a name. Like, tell us how you really feel. Tell us what you think about it. Do not start jumping into hoops and talking about, oh, if Tom wanted to do a song. No, the question was, would you ever do a song with Tom? Not if, would Tom ever want to do a song with you? No, would you? But now he's flipping it and like, yeah, if Tom wanted to do a song, like, bro, that's, I don't know, man.
He's doing, obviously, I mean, it's not hard to see what he's doing. If he ever wanted to do a song that was just a straight, just rap song, didn't have to do with some, like, if he just ever wanted to do a straight rap song where he just murder a fucking beat, yeah. I would do something too, because I think that's what the people would want to see.
Yeah. What do you mean that's what the people would want to see, bro? Then what's the point of both of y'all doing a track together just to spit some random bars that don't even mean something? Why? Bro, you're an independent artist who stands on something. Tom is an independent artist who stands on something. Both of y'all stand on something. Both of y'all have audiences. What do you think your audience wants from you, bro? Just some straight bar song? Because you can do that? There's a lot of rappers we could go to for that shit, bro. But if two independent artists who stand on half the shit y'all stand on get together, we don't just want a rapidy rap song, bar for bar type shit. No, because now you're playing that competition sport. Like, oh, I want to be, like, you know, just murder a beat type shit with no meaning behind it. Like, I don't know, but just something about Adam, bro, it just rubs me the wrong way, you know? He gives me this insecure little kid type vibe, you know? Like, he's just insecure, like somebody's trying to take something from him type shit. Like, oh, he just wants it all to himself, and anybody else who tries to do something different is fake type shit. He just gives me those vibes, bro. That one kid who just wants to hog everything to himself. I don't know. That's just mad weird to me, bro. I don't know. I can't stand that shit. oh, if Tom wanted to do a song. First off, no, there's no respect for another rapper, another independent artist doing his thing. You know, you don't have to know a whole lot about somebody. You see him doing their thing, but because you don't have enough information on him, you need to keep quiet. Do not say nothing about it. That's why I kind of like that he was treading carefully when answering the questions about Tom, even though he was like, bro, don't hide behind the sublims. You have a name, say something. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you have to tread carefully, because you don't know a whole lot about him. Yeah, you see what he's doing, but have you taken the time to do the research on him and these other people out there, you know? So it's like, do not just do a rapidy rap song, but you have a responsibility. It's what the people want. What do you mean it's what the people want, bro? They asked you, what do you think is the current state of rap right now, blah, blah, blah. You gave us some bullshit ass answers, some half ass shit, you know? You don't even know what the climate of rap is. You need to make something for the people, for the streets, boy. You gotta feed the streets. Literally feed the streets, because the streets is hungry. They need a voice. They need somebody to speak for them, to talk about the shit they're going through, so they know they're not alone type shit, you know? Out here talking about a rapidy rap song. But man, fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah. I would do something too, because I think that's what the people would want to see.
Yeah, fake that
that's what I'm always
shit,
trying to do. What do they want to see?
Yeah,
you know what, and that's the thing that they comment the most on. I'm sure he gets it. I get it. I've never wanted to do a song with Tom, and I mean, I don't care if I ever do or not. But if I ever did, that would be my thing. Like, look, bro, if we're doing this, make it a rap song.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it about something that's going around in my country and things like this.
the more.
Then what do you stand on, bro? If you don't want to make your music about what's going on in the country, but you always out here giving your opinion on these things and making songs about some of these things, it's like, then what do you stand for, bro? Like, really, what do you stand for? You just out here giving your opinion and you just walk away, that's it? Yeah, I can see why they canceled you, bro. I can see why they canceled your ass. You know, because even if they did, like, backtrack to your catalog, your music and shit, they could tell you're not really about that life. You're just somebody out here trying to claim that shit. That's how you would come off to a lot of people who really fuck with this shit and really listen to it. But this was a year ago when this interview happened, so I did react to this video as if this was my first introduction to Adam, and this is all I had on him. You know? So fast forward, I already know he's got features with Tom, tracks like New World Order. So they are talking about some topics and shit. Some shit he said he'd never do. I know they have a whole album together. Maybe they do have some tracks where they do some rapidy rap, which is cool, bro. Like, as long as you pay your dues and you do your thing, you know, you hold it down for the community, for the people, it's okay if y'all run off and do some shit just for the two of y'all. Like, it's all respect at that point. But off this interview, it's like, it's a hella red flags for me and Adam, bro. Like, I don't really fuck with him like that, you know? But there is another video I'ma do, his Instagram live, where he talks about Tom some more. So I'm gonna do that one and see if maybe they did link up, chop it up, and squash all that shit and see where he's at then. If not, if he keeps his energy, I probably won't do the features. But with that said, I'm not gonna say any more until I see the next video, and we'll take it from there. You feel me? Let's get it.